educating people for a world that no longer exists isn't very useful, right? Essentially. And so then the question does become, how do you future-proof, to use a buzzword, I guess, but how do you future-proof an education? Now, some would argue, yes, some would argue you future-proof it by simply acquiring the skills and capabilities that are tried and true. And I don't disagree with that. The problem is in education, we're always using ors instead of ands, conjunctions. We like the two-letter conjunction, not the three-letter conjunction. So let me explain what I mean by that. Or would be I can either train to the top of this T-shaped graduate. So I can train for critical thinking, strong strategic thinking skills. I can train for communication skills. I can train for problem solving skills. Those will largely be sustainable skills and will future proof a graduate. But I'm not going to train for the stem of the T, which would be deep technology or deeper engineering type skills that might be only valid for 18 to 24 months in the modern world, but then will be replaced by something else that are rapidly changing. And my view is you don't have to do or, you can do and then there's actually a third and. So it's vocational and academic slash top of the T, these so-called soft skills or leadership skills or the top of the T. But you also and can train or educate to how to learn and keep replacing the stem of the T, right? So how do I become, to use the buzzword again of the day, a lifelong learner? How do I do that? Can I equip a student to have soft skills, strong soft skills around some of those skills and capabilities we just discussed, as well as the stem of the T? If I don't have the stem of the T, an employer will not hire 98% of graduates today. If I have the Oxbridge degree, the Ivy League degree, fine. I'm going to get a job. My parents have social capital. I've interned on Wall Street for 3 consecutive summers. I'm going to get a job with a hedge fund or a private equity fund or a leading consulting firm. That is a given. And then I will learn the stem of the T because I'm a smart lad or lass, and I'll pick it all up, right? That's fine. That's not what we're trying to solve for. That is 0.1% of the entire student body in the world are privileged enough to get into those institutions. So for the masses, can we stop using or in higher education and start thinking about and? Vocational is a very dirty word for most higher education institutions. I don't know if it is in the UK, but here in the UK, in the US, as soon as you say the word vocational, all of the leading academics get up in arms and they don't like that. And they hate the word training as well. Training is not education in their mind. Training is just very short term. I'm learning how to use this tool. They're very adverse to learning the tool from Google or a tool from Microsoft or a tool from Amazon Web Services because in their mind, it's just beneath them.